Heroes! Hey everybody, welcome back to Artists on Lockdown, Hangin' Bangin'. I'm your host, Ron Onesti, here at Rock and Roll Heaven, the Arcada Theater, St. Charles, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, and I'm so excited to be back. We kind of took a little bit of time off, and I'm going to be back live with my brothers, Carmine Apice, Vinny Appice, and boy, that rolled off really smooth. It took me 57 episodes to do that, so let me bring them to the screen. We got a very special show tonight. With some young bands that are up-and-comers, and they say up-and-comers, but been around for a few years. But wait till you meet these guys, the talent, the magic. These guys are really something to pay attention to coming up soon. So let me bring my brothers to the screen. First of all, Vin, there he What's up, Vin? Oh, there it is. I knew it was something.
Gotta be something.
So, will the real Carmine please stand up?
So it's too tough. I can't even fuck. I can't.
Oh, leave it on. Leave it on, please.
That hurt.
Hey guys.
I did that. That would really hurt. Hey man, how you doing?
I missed. You know what? So this is our 57th episode, and I got to say, a couple times we've had to show a rerun or skip a week, and not very many, maybe 2, maybe 3. And I tell you, I hate it. I miss you guys. I've grown to love this thing.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm not ashamed to say it, to proclaim my love for you boys. I am not ashamed.
I don't believe a word of that.
Well, you know what? I know, because that's you. You can't accept the fact that anybody would like you. And I understand that. And so does your therapist.
I understand that too.
Your therapist says the same thing. But Carmine is the teddy bear, the big brother.
Both Leslies like me.
They're both Leslie.
Really?
And he has a Leslie.
We both have a Leslie.
I know that. So do I. Well, mine's a Hammond B3.
He copied me. I had my Leslie first, and he had to get a Leslie too. My Leslie just walked in and said, "I'm the original."
Yeah. Well, you guys.
The original. She's the original with an S. My Leslie's with Z.
Yeah.
I like the Z thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm dating a B3 right now. If you guys got Leslie, so
hey Ron, I wore this new jewelry for you.
Let me see it.
Is that big
That's
enough?
nice. Look at that. So I'm in a regular. I'm frankly I'm ashamed.
But this comes from the Ron Onesti collection.
Oh, I gotcha. Is there tape behind that? Is he duct tape? You know what I like about this? Think about this.
It's like your shirts. It's your shirts.
Carm, you know what I like about this night? Look at the amount of homework your little brother did for this show. He got the mustache out. He's got tape on the jewelry. He's actually doing homework. He usually just flies in, and leaves.
You got it wrong. This all happened until I had to lay down and take a nap for 10 minutes with this virus thing.
Hey,
and then I got up, I brushed my teeth, and all this came to me within 2 minutes.
You're a creative genius. But you know what? All kidding aside, I know it's very Italian. Hey!
Yo, we're on TV over here.
But Ben, you're
What's wrong with you? Yes.
You're turning up the heat with all the stuff. I mean, I can't get over just how busy you are. Really, what's going on? Is it all last in line stuff?
No, it's coming up. Last in line next week. I did the Crypticon thing. There's all the horror people. All the horror people in here.
Hey, I got Joe Calzone here. Anvil cases and calzone cases.
And calzone.
Yeah, Joe, say hello. Stick your head in.
Calzone pizza?
Cheese calzone.
Yeah, there's calzone, the other godfather.
We love this guy with that name, Calzone.
Calzone. This is Onesti, Apice.
I want a pepperoni and cheese.
Because he's never heard that.
Sunburned. He's all sunburned. Look at that.
Oh my God, that's no good for you anymore.
It isn't, man.
Look at the difference. I'm not sunburned. He's sunburned.
Holy shit! Look at that guy.
I got white hair, beautiful white hair. He's got
beautiful white hair.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, that mop is good.
All right, don't go in our sun too much.
Go back. Anyway, look at it. Look at the special view I made for you guys. Look at that.
Look at that! Wow. And you're in St. Martin right now?
In St. Martin, yeah. We're here
That's gorgeous.
until Tuesday, and I can't miss the show. I got to, I have a special light here Leslie gave me.
Now it works. At first it was kind of dark.
I don't know what happened.
Looks really well. Well, it's really good to see you guys.
It looks like there's a couple of orbs behind you too with that light.
That's right.
There's a couple of UFOs. You see the
UFOs? Look at it.
Yeah, right here.
UFO.
Right
so
there.
you believe in those orb things?
Yeah.
Seriously, because here I am. I'm giving a tour of my 1926 theater, and these people are taking pictures of the stage. I'm just in the forefront there, and the guy afterwards comes and says, "I got to show you this thing. You know what an orb is?" I'm like, "I think it was in Sixth Sense or something. There's a ghost or souls or something."
Yeah.
And then he shows me this
energy.
So you honestly believe in that, because he shows me the picture. And it's just me on the stage, nothing. Then he goes, because we have a haunted tour, and I started talking about, souls that used to be. That's another long story. He shows me the picture. The first one, no orbs. The second one, there's about 4. The third one, there's about 50. The fourth one, oh my gosh, was completely orbs, because
Really?
This place is,
Wow.
I swear to God. He said, this place, I'm telling you, I follow this orb thing. This place is completely inhabited by souls.
Was that downstairs in the Al Capone thing?
No, actually where it was, Ben, is in the balcony, because we have a balcony up there, and I was doing this tour thing, and I was talking about the
wow.
See, there's originally in the 1920s, he had to go up this ladder and carry the films, the silent films, and all that stuff. And the guy who did it from the original, from 1926 to 1958, actually died on that ladder. He had a heart attack on the ladder.
That's the shit.
And we've had those paranormal companies come, and they all say the same thing. So we got all these souls out there at the Arcada Theater in St. Charles. So October we do this haunted tour. It's pretty cool. But I didn't believe in orbs.
We did a theater in England, an old theater, I don't know, Wales somewhere with Last in Line. And the guy said there's a false ceiling, and upstairs is where they used to show the movies, the projection room. And the guy, there was a fire there. The guy died up there. And he says, you go up there, and it's like a fireworks with all the orbs and all that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So after the show, we all went up there, but you got to be quiet. And we're all sitting in this old, crappy, creepy place. Nothing happened. Nothing.
It rarely does.
The guy said it's like every night, fireworks, and we're sitting there going, what?
And then nothing happened.
And nothing happened. Night of the Creeps.
Well, you're into that stuff. You're into that stuff.
Somebody died. That's why you're probably getting that.
That's exactly what it is. It draws other energy and all that other paranormal energy. And I'm learning a lot, because I tell you what, I'll be honest, I didn't really believe in this stuff very much before I got these old theaters. But so much, the breezes, there's so much unexplainable activity. And then, like I said, there's all these ghost chasing companies and paranormal companies. They come in and they stay overnight, and they put these seismographs on and these video screens, cameras all over and microphones all over, and they say, listen to this, and this. And I mean, I'm like, I don't know if it's fake.
Seismograph, that's to measure the meatball consistency.
Seismograph, there you go.
Measures the density of the meatball, if it's good. It's got gravy in it.
Next.
All I'm going to say, Foghat was by me last week, and they made me give them big containers to take home with them. Roger Earl, who I know is a very good friend of yours, was on our show. He took it home, and then he sent me, I'm trying to think where he was, but he sent me this beautiful picture of 2 nights later of whatever his background was. This beautiful Florida or something, just like your background, Carmine, with that you just showed us, the St. Martin. And in front of it is a big plate of meatballs. He goes, man, we're thinking of you right now. They took them. You gotta understand, they played their freaking slow ride, finished with slow ride, left on the van with the vans, and took the plane home, got home, drove all with this big freaking thing of meatballs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
we
Roger
played
was
it. I
on,
want the meatballs too.
yeah, well,
Oh,
Roger
man.
was on the show. We talked about the meatball.
Yeah,
Meatballs,
no.
yeah.
I tell you, it was really cool because as we talked about on the show, Foghat actually began. Roger Earl began with Kim Simmons with Savoy Brown. And that's how Foghat happened because Roger left there and a couple of the guys left there and created Foghat. And we put Savoy Brown together with Foghat and Kim Simmons and Roger Earl. Roger joined him on stage. Very, very rare rock and roll experience there because they haven't been together in 50 years. It's just really, really incredible.
Right.
So we got to, but that's the thing. Legends and icons. You two guys are entertainers, our guests every week, our legends and icons. Been doing it for years and generations and hits and just all these great stories. Tonight I'm really excited about this because one of the exciting things that I get to do in my place is have openers or having co-bills with young upcoming bands. And you guys introduced me to these two bands that we have on here tonight. And I'm telling you, it's weird to say up and comers because they've been doing it professionally for a long time. But we really believe that they are just about to hit it big because they're really incredible. So let's bring them on. I love these bands. The first band, Kodiak, which is really something special. We'll talk about them in a second. But we got, let's see, Pete, Brigiani. I know you got an Italian drummer over here.
Yeah.
And TJ Hafner. There's TJ Hafner, bass guitar.
What's up?
What's going on?
And I love these guys because they're from Jersey.
Yeah.
Joyce.
And we love Jersey.
No one says
Joyzy.
Joycey. No.
No one says Jersey.
And
Not anymore.
Pete's mother makes good meatballs too.
Good meatballs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Dude. It's the
So-
best.
We should do a meatball special. We're on one show.
meatball.
Yeah, why don't we just make it,
Meatball.
Well, you
yeah, go ahead.
should do it. We should show how to make the meatball.
Yeah.
You know what we did? I had this thing, this TV station channel, whatever, this cooking network thing. We're gonna do a thing called the Backstage Kitchen, and we did a pilot. And what I did
nice.
was because I was like, you guys, I like to cook for the bands and stuff, and I've been doing it for a long time. And so before I built out a kitchen at our theater, the stove, I only had the power for these stoves on stage. So I had the stoves on stage, and I would cook for the bands. And I did this thing, like I said, a thing called Backstage Kitchen. I did it with Eddie Money. And it was
nice.
tremendous. We made lasagna backstage. You got to keep in mind, the theater is full. It's right before his show. We do it about 20 minutes. Now we're backstage, but us making the lasagna was on the big screen. And Eddie Money, one of the funniest, greatest, I can go on and on and on as we all
Good
can.
guy.
And he did it, and it was like we did it. We tasted, his daughter tasted. He said, "Okay." And he walked out right then. Did Take Me Home Tonight with a saxophone right from the backstage kitchen. It was amazing. So we should do that on this show. Let's do a cooking show one night. Let's have
You
somebody
got it.
do their recipes.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, you suggest.
Sounds like a bad idea. I don't know.
What a prick this guy. Don't you think sometimes he's got?
You give him a week off, and he's just full of fire.
He is full of
It's
energy.
The Flintstones COVID shot. Made me nuts.
Yeah.
I must
did
tell you, I
homework.
was on the pad before in the left hand where I got the shot. It ain't moving as fast as it should be. I'm like,
Look out!
oh, okay.
Look
Anyway,
out!
so let's bring the other boys on so we can.
Let's do that. Another band. I tell you, another band you turned me on to. Incredible vocals and just an incredible band. Let's bring Blake Allard, guitar, Nick Reese, lead vocals, Joyous Wolf. Hey guys.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, yo.
What's up,
So
guys?
Nick, real quick, Nick. Okay, Nick, say something.
Hi.
There it is. Because you know what? You don't really. Sometimes you don't. I mean, your voice, just how you talk, is how you sing. That deep, raspy. I loved frickin' Mississippi Queen. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And
Cool.
But a lot of times you get those guys that talk like this and then sing like that. So not you.
Not quite, no.
Really enjoyed it. So, what have you guys been doing? I mean, obviously, we're coming out of the lockdown, but while we were down, were you guys all writing? Were you guys working? I saw one of the bands did a video recording with you guys all separate. I think it was you guys, Kodiak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We in lockdown, we were like, what are we gonna do? And then we saw everyone doing the videos like the Brady Bunch, like this kind of. And we were like, all right, well, we'll do some of those for a local radio station around here. And then they kind of blew up on Facebook. Not that big, but, like 50,000 views, something like that.
Sure.
So we did like 3 of those, and they turned out pretty fun. So we did that. I don't know if did you guys do it or no?
We did we did something kind of like that on Instagram. We did like a Stone Temple Pilots cover, I think, for fun one time. But that was like a while ago. I mean, we've been fortunate. I mean, we've already been back on tour. We just did a run with Dirty Honey and played some festivals this last week. We've been busy. I mean, we're already kind of out of lockdown land. But while we were in lockdown, we wrote our album, and that's what we're leading up to because we got a new single that comes out on the 30th.
What label you guys on?
We're on Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Remember them? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Is Mississippi Queen on that one, or was that just a video that you did?
Fuck no.
All right. Well, I'm getting the impression you didn't like the Mississippi Queen deal.
No, I'm just fucking around though.
Oh, okay.
He's got competition with Vinny there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Didn't
Yeah, I played with Leslie West for a few months, and I played Mississippi Queen many times, and there's a version of it on YouTube. Except I did my drum solo in Mississippi Queen, which is pretty crazy, going out of that groove into a drum solo, and then
Sounds
back.
interesting.
It was very
Wow, you
interesting.
actually have to play that with them. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
That
I
really
knew
is.
Leslie, probably Leslie and one other guy the other guy just passed away too. But I've known Leslie since 1963. Right?
Damn.
And I was playing in a horn band in the city in New York, and Leslie had this group called the Vagrants, and they came in looking like the Rolling Stones, being all grungy looking and everything. I was afraid to have the drummer use my drums, thinking it would be all dirty, So I was like a pinstripe suits and tees up hair and horns and R&B, doing Wilson Pickett, and they were coming in doing the Rolling Stones, But then that's when we met, and it was like
He was wild.
Yeah,
Leslie
we
was
had a
wild,
good-
man.
we had a good friendship for a long time. And then when Corky Lang was on drugs, he asked me to play with him. So I played with him for 3 or 4 months. We opened up for Kiss on the Kiss's very first
Wow.
arena tour. And I remember I was inspired by their fireworks and stuff. So I put lighter fluid on my cymbals and lit them up in my solo. And I hit the cymbals, and the lighter fluid went all over the place and set all the papers on the front of the stage on fire.
Oh fuck.
No way.
I never
Couldn't do
did that
that
again.
now.
I never did that again. But it was great working with Les. He was he would order like 3 double cheeseburgers and 3 orders of fries in the middle of the night from McDonald's. The roadie would have to go out and get that, But,
Well, he'd come by us, and his rider really, I mean, the dinners he would have literally order 2 dinners. I mean, literally plates of food. It was amazing that.
I know.
And it was really sad when he lost his leg, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
But he came back. He came back, though.
Yeah.
He came back.
Yeah, but he had
So-
an attitude when he came
Well,
back,
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I mean,
would.
geez.
Leg, yeah, if you use it.
I know. We got a bad day. We get up late.
When we had Cozy on, he told us a great story about Mississippi Queen. They were in the studio recording it, and he was counting it off, but they couldn't hear him count off. So they said, well, just use the cowbell. And that's how it started.
Really?
with the
I didn't
cowbell.
know
That's
that.
how they ordered.
Then they were going to mix it and take it out of the mix, so just start. But Felix Popularity, who was producing it, said, no, let's leave it in. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
And that's how that became the intro, which is
Funny.
that's like
Wow.
rock history, that thing.
Yeah.
Really is the most recognizable cowbell intro in rock and roll, right?
Yeah, and Corky put that on the market. I have a Corky Lang cowbell in my studio in Florida, actually.
See, that's how it works, man.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
years and years. So, Carmine, how do you know Kodiak? I mean, you're producing them, you're working with them. How'd you stumble on these guys?
Well, unbelievable, because when Pete was 11 years old, he won a contest with Modern Drummer to be in my Realistic Rock for Kids DVD video, instructional video. Because I said, this is an instructional video for kids. I don't want to be the guy teaching the big gorilla behind the drums. I want a young kid. So he was 11. So he won this contest, and they came into New York City. They're from Jersey, and I spent 3 or 4 days in the studio videoing it. And we did all kinds of things where I would say, I would appear 1, 2, 3. What did we say, Pete? 1, 2, 3, something. Anyway, I snap your fingers, and I would reappear in a puff of smoke, and Pete would be there, or the toms would appear or disappear, and then from that, I just got to be friends with him and his family, and and he had his little brother with him sing. That's my brother, Chris. He plays guitar, and he was like about this big, And I said, yeah, okay. And then over the years, they come to my shows. I'd see them, I'd meet the father and mother and the family, or come to BB King's and blah, blah, blah. Little by little, they started putting a band together, and they started sending me demos. And a couple of years ago, I said, wow, this sounds really good. You guys sound like Van Halen, And that was when Greta Van Fleet just hit with sound like Led Zeppelin. I said, let's go all the way, Van Halen,
Yeah.
And then I started producing one, and then got involved in the management a bit, and so far so far so good.
Yeah.
I just got word today they're editing a TV show that they did out in California called No Cover, and so that's going to come out on whatever it comes out on. And,
Sure.
We're working on the record deal, and that's it.
That's great, man. So tell me, what's it like? I mean, do you really think you understand to the degree that this man, Carmine, is a true rock and roll legend?
Well, luckily for me, I've gotten to work with both brothers, right, Vinny?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm the real legend, not him.
I've toured with Vinny with Last in Line. That's actually, I met you, Ron, like maybe 5 years ago or something like that briefly.
Yeah, you were like he was in the road crew with them.
Yeah. I worked on the road with them, and then I worked with Carmine like on his book stuff. So I put the time in, Ron. I put the time in, bro.
You got it.
So who did you like working for better?
I mean, everyone has, I don't know. I like you both. I like you both.
Good answer. Good answer.
I like you both. Yeah.
A better answer is I like you better, Vinny. That just goes further, believe me.
Well, that's the number one answer. The survey says.
Vinny, you remember we wake up in the hotel in the morning, you would go get breakfast, and then you would hide my cereal on me?
Yeah. Always.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Vinny.
I still do that.
Yeah. That's Vinny. Yep, that's him helping the young, supporting the youth. Yeah. So you guys, the Joyous Wolf guys, obviously you're from California, right? You guys out there in the LA area?
Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County, LA.
Yeah. Hey, I got the first question, Phil.
Okay.
How'd you get that name?
Oh, good. Blake, you want to do it this time?
Yeah, so we had a show, like our very first show ever as a band the next day, and we were all sitting at this restaurant that we all hung out at or used to in Lake Forest, California. And we were like, well, we need to be called something before we go on stage. Like it totally mattered at the time. But we were on our phones, and we went onto just bandnamegenerator.com. And we were just like generating. And like, if we were a death metal band, we would have had some great names like Intense Resentment and Global Death, but it wasn't really our style. So we came up with one that said Joyous Wolf, and we all said it out loud. And we were like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like, we can just change it later or whatever, like just for this one show. And then 5 years later, we still haven't changed it. So that's kind of how it started. Nothing too special.
Oh, that's cool. What about now? I know. What were your guys called before Kodiak?
Before this, we had like a nice warped tour name. You guys will love it. We were called Sleepless Serenade.
Oh my God!
Yeah, everyone.
What the hell is that?
I remember.
I'm sorry, dude.
You get some of this
Gotta
bangs
go.
going on.
Yeah, bro.
Hold on, wait, I got
Talking about me.
I said that's
So why? So I don't get why you changed it though. I
He
don't
changed it
understand.
because it was like that fucking name sucks. He was like, that name is horrible. He's like,
It sounds like you're taking a nap.
Yeah, yeah. Timmy, you called us the pillows. Don't you remember? Yeah,
That was my first business. Get rid of that name.
yeah.
Oh, so you had the name when you? I see. So you helped them name the band.
I tell them get rid of that name.
I mean,
Where'd
we came
Kodiak
up
come
with
from?
it. We
And
came
then
up
they
with
came up with Kodiak. I said that's good. And you
Anything
got
is better than
claws in
that.
the logo. You got claws
Yeah.
in the logo. It's
I saw the claws
strong,
on the video. Very good move.
strong, strong. It's like Joyous Wolf is a strong name, I think, too.
Yeah.
Good.
I like your name. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You know what? I think that Vanilla Fudge deal's got to go. I am not happy with that deal at all. Just that name has got to go.
Hey, it's too
I
bad,
mean,
dude.
really, Vanilla Fudge? You freaking kidding me? It's got to go.
But that's us. It's White Soul, man. That's us.
Nick, let me ask you a question. Again, watching some of your guys' videos, and I'm really, really impressed with your not only your musicality, right, and your rock and rolledness, but your entertaining aspect of it, man. I mean, the way you totally, takes over your soul, takes over your body. I love your performance, man. I really love the way you do that. You're rhyme, you try not to. I try not to because I can imagine that you do these interview shows and just like when Greta was out and you're always being compared to people and who was your influence, and everyone says the same thing. It was Guns N' Roses, it was Deep Purple, it was Whitesnake, it was everybody's the same thing. But it seems to me that you really don't have a clue what you're doing, right? It just happens, right? You hear the music and it just happens.
No, I don't think it's quite like that. I mean, there's a lot more thought that goes into it than you probably think. But I mean, as far as influences, like it was a bit of the old school, more like Otis Redding and James Brown and Jackie Wilson and a lot of the classic, the real rock and roll stuff, like Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard and obviously Elvis Presley and Fats Domino and stuff like that. Those guys and Chuck Berry, obviously, a lot of the performers of that era are what I grew up on and what gave me, my kind of, I guess, setup, I suppose.
Soul.
Yeah, soul.
It really is. But that's it. You've got soul when you're there. You take the stage.
Oh, there's that picture. Oh, good.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a band in the '80s.
Yeah, wasn't. Yeah.
That picture.
He's like,
Hey, you know what? You don't like that picture. Watch, it's going to turn up the whole career.
Oh God.
There you go.
Boom. Here's
That's
the
what
picture.
happens.
What does it?
Here's
Good.
the picture.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
man.
leave it up there. Leave it up there. No, in that picture I was super sick. I had just thrown up in the hallway at Atlantic Records in New York City, and they're like, "No, don't worry, the heroin look is in."
oh my God.
That's in. That's funny.
Do you have something that that really drives you, Blake, when you're playing behind, like with a guy like Nick as a front man? Do you find it where it adds much to your personal performance? You feel like you're kind of doing it to support him as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, what happens a lot of time is, I mean, it's just like the chemistry of a rock band. There's a lot of people just feeding off of each other's energy and like the kind of music that you're playing. And it's cool to find similar people that have like a similar reaction. Like Nick's a lot more extroverted about it. But we are too at the same time. It's just in different ways, but it's really cool, I think, to basically have like the face of our band be someone that's like that passionate about the music that they're playing. So I think that's super important, especially for like any singer,
Yeah.
How about you guys, Pete and TJ? I mean, obviously you've been doing it for a long time, and do you find yourself emulating one band over another, or are you kind of feeding off yourself, creating your own style?
We used to not like really try like to mold ourselves. Hey, look, there we are. That's when Glenn was yelling at us the whole photo shoot.
Fun
Yeah,
fact.
right.
We shot with Glenn Furman, and Glenn Glenn's whole thing is like, hey, we're gonna do a shot of vodka, and then we're gonna like shoot pictures. I'm gonna scream at you guys while we do it. And
Yeah, there it is.
That sounds fun, man.
yeah,
It was
it's
kind of
great.
fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this face right here, the picture there, I don't look the same, but it's like,
Yeah.
Well, you have a beard now.
I know, I gotta shave.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, me and TJ feed off of each other because we're like the rhythm section. And I like to click with.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we
I
are.
remember that.
I like to feed off my brother because my brother plays guitar, and we've been playing ever since we were really little together. So me and him click really well, and then and you tie Eric and everything, and it's really good. Right?
I don't know. I just kind of on stage. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm spinning around. I'm throwing my bass everywhere. Like I don't know where I get the energy from. I've been watching like look in that picture. My head. You just see hair is everywhere. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
I watch
all
a
over
lot
the
of. I watch a lot of like. I've been watching a lot of like live videos of watching like I don't know Green Day.
Sure.
Like a lot of like these old punk bands. Like one of my bigger inspirations. Like Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters and the way he just like goes the whole time. He's just like nuts the whole time. And I love it, man. It's great.
Yeah.
And you know, we find that the bands that really do that are the ones that are successful.
Right.
And you know, I watch a lot of them, and some of them I don't understand that they don't give enough credence to the whole performance aspect of things versus just the the music. I mean, music's great, obviously, but man, oh man, you got to entertain the people, and you guys, both you bands, are so strong with that, and so powerful, man. It's really exciting to be watching your growth. Let me ask you this, Pete. I mean, you're working with, again, legends here. You know the legends. You've worked with them. Did you ever feel any kind of pressure or, some,
Not really, because Carmine's like Carmine and Vinny are both like family to me. I see them as family to me. You guys probably like, who the fuck is this guy? But, but for real, like,
actually, I left the family.
Yeah.
No, I left the family. I'm the only one out of California.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm in California
I see
too.
them as like uncles. If I need like information or advice, I just go to them. So it's really cool, and yeah.
I told you to wear a condom.
Yeah, you did.
Right?
Yeah, you told me to poke a hole in it too.
Oh, that's
oh man.
No, that was
all right.
Last week is another.
Being old guys and we've got these young guys on the show, I'd be interested to hear from all you guys the actual state of new music right now. I mean, what is your guys? I mean, not forget your own music, but generally speaking, the state of new music. How pure is it? How manufactured is it? How electronic is it? What's going on as far as your guys are concerned?
I think it's a complete myth that all music is manufactured, and I mean that's just, to me, like that's like garbage thoughts. People just instantly thinking that, oh, it's all this, it's all that, music's not good anymore. I mean, there are so many amazing groups of all various genres that you can find if you're willing to find them. I mean, whatever the pop radio is playing, but when was pop radio ever playing something good? I mean, everyone Carmine, you can say this for everybody. I mean, there was shit music on the radio in your day too,
Yeah, but when our day started the FM movement of album-oriented rock, so everyone went from, WABC, the good guys or whatever they were called, which just played pop, like Herman's Hermits and stuff like that, to the FM, which was playing all Hendrix and the Cream and Vanilla Fudge and the Doors and all that stuff. And they played the whole album at a time. It was a whole different movement. Now, for me, looking back to see where it's gone totally back to where it was. Except, not on AM, it's on FM and it's on Sirius, it's on everywhere. But like you said, you have to search. And back in those days, you didn't have to search. Just turned on the FM radio, and they played new music and go, wow, what was that? Who was that? Everything was so new and everything was, not done yet. And now it just seems to be a lot of things have been done, including like like you guys are from the era, both you bands are from the era of what I'm talking about. You know, not the pop era. You know, you guys
Yeah.
are playing like album-oriented, cool rock music. You
Yeah.
know, based on soul, you know, feeling. Versus there's some bands that just play everything exactly the same every night, note to note. To me, that has no soul. And
Yeah.
and some of those bands got really big doing that. I won't mention any, but I was
Oh,
always
come on,
Sure, go ahead.
mention it.
Come
Come
on.
on, man.
okay.
What are you afraid
I'll
of?
mention
Mention-
one. Last in line. Oh, I'm sorry, Vinny.
Oh!
No, no, Vinny comes from the same era, you know, of being able to get up and play. When he played with Sabbath every night's different. Even when I played with Rod Stewart, every night was different. You know, we even played when we played his hits, we changed them and we improvised within it. You know, but you know, today some of the stuff is exactly note for note like a record. You know,
It's like I was saying a second ago. You know, like it's all out there. It's just not, you know, everything's extremely industrialized. You know, everything needs to be put in a nice little package and sent out when it's coming out of like, you know, like the FM radio now, like, and it's bought up by all of these big conglomerate companies
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, but finding it online again, you have great sites like Bandcamp, and you have the ultimate tool like Spotify. You know, like it's great because you know you get to meet some people who are in their young teens and stuff who get to be able to ingest the biggest catalog of music at their disposal, and you know that's creating a lot of great bands. I think a lot of like that.
the only
fusion, 'cause
problem with Spotify is
you don't pay artists.
you don't pay
That's
anything.
right.
No,
Nothing.
no,
You make
that's
zero.
not true. I got $3 from them a couple weeks ago.
I got 3 checks last week, right, from some company. I don't even know what.
Yeah.
One was for 3 cents, and one was for 9 cents, and one was for 12 cents.
I still got the one for.
And I got them in Florida. I made copies. I said, I got to put these in the frame.
So this is what you young guys got to look forward to, just so you know.
3-cent royalty checks, awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it costs 44 cents to mail it.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
How about you guys, DJ? What do you think the status? Do you concur with this, or can you build on that?
Hold on. So it's kind of I'm piggybacking of what Nick said. There's so many different avenues and veins and levels of music nowadays. Like the Billie Eilish's, the Olivia Rodrigo's, like all that stuff. Like let's just put it under umbrella. I'm gonna call it like the TikTok music, right? Like all that
Right.
stuff is like so massive.
Fair.
Because like it's digestible, it's easy to listen to, and it has that, I don't know what to call it. That
The vibe.
Hold on. I can't speak English right now. The relatability, but like it's like quick, easy relatability, like 60 seconds, like how the Vines were back in the day with like the 6-second videos, like those were easy to take in and everything. That's what, and I'm not saying that the music that they're creating isn't like not worthless or anything, because it's worth something obviously, but there's so many different levels and veins of like how you can find music. Like there's bands on Spotify that like I sometimes listen to that have like 12 monthly listeners or something like that, but the stuff they're creating is like incredible, like better than what I've been doing. I don't know, but it's just about finding it, and like music is music. Everybody's gonna like what they're gonna like. Everybody's gonna do what they're gonna do.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's music. We all listen to it. We all are gonna want to listen to what we're gonna listen to. But it's just the fact of what is popular and getting pushed nowadays. It's all about,
Yeah, I really like. The reason why I really like Warped Tour was because you could go to Warped Tour and you could see a metal band, but then go to like 4 feet next to it and like see a girl singing pop music. That's why I really
or
like
funk.
that. Or well, I mean, you wouldn't see funk there, but
there's like that. There was that little rap shit you remember there.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
see that stuff.
But I like that. That's why. But now it like went away. I heard it's going to come back, but I don't know.
Well, like for both me and
The difference in everything that I see is like Nick said, you have to go searching for it. Where in our day, you just turn the radio on and you hear new music, and good music. That's what my problem is today, is that you can't hear new good, even like some of the classic artists, like Rolling Stones come up with a new album, or Paul McCartney, you don't even hear it anywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, that's ridiculous.
That's why I kind of like it though, because everybody's got their own like Rubik's cube of music that they're so like ingrained into. Like everybody's playlist or radio station or Spotify is like different now, which is cool. There's so much diverse music out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like vinyl, and I like going and like seeing what they have at local record stores, but they're all closing. Like Vintage Vinyl just closed.
Oh,
like
I know.
That's like a local record store.
Get on Discogs. They got the stuff.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
You just gotta order it.
Wow.
All right,
Gotta get
Ron,
it
come
on
on.
Amazon.
Next, it's up to you. Come on.
Yeah, let's go.
Olivia Rodrigo, driver's license, doing some TikToking, and we can go down that road. But before we do that, guys, I want to just let everyone know that we are here every Thursday night, hanging and banging. And next week will be episode 58. Do you believe that, guys? We got a little commercial. Let's take a quick break and show everybody what's happening next week.
Your hope.
Hey, this is Vinny Appice for Hanging and Banging. And on July 29th, we have our special guest, Tracy Guns, guitarist extraordinaire and good friend. And we also have another good friend of mine, an incredible singer with a new incredible band that's doing so well, it's unbelievable. And that's Melody Christie. So Tracy Guns and Melody Christie on July.
So now you know that's actually his uniform every week. That's what he wears every week. It's a wild uniform. Karma and I are out of uniform.
What kind of edit was that?
I love the cut.
It's going to be on.
I did that.
The
on
hard
Yeah,
cut.
yeah.
Oh,
What's that
God.
music? Come on, you got to change that shit, man. What is that? Fuck. Come on.
Hey, we're waiting for you to give him.
I'll send you a song, something that has some balls to it.
Yeah, you do it.
Well,
God,
we're
I really
digging.
hope you're the one who
We're,
edits these, Carmine. I really hope you're the one who's editing all of this. That'd be amazing.
that is quite the drip there, my friend, with
Anyway,
with the creep shirt.
It's going to be a good show, though.
Absolutely,
Well, I did that this
absolutely.
morning, so.
So, again, you guys are of a different generation than the guys on this show, and most of the guys that we have on this show. And you've got things like TikTok, things that would just, these are tools that just weren't around before. How much of these types of things you feel influence your fans? Is it harmful? Do you stay away from that kind of stuff?
I don't think it's harmful now.
No, it's not.
No.
Everything's helpful. I mean, I think that actually, TikTok's like a really like it's real. Everybody's on it.
Yeah.
Right.
But everyone's saying to use Reels now because actually Reels is better than TikTok a little bit. But I don't fucking know.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what. This whole thing. It's a lot of that. You gotta know the algorithm, which is like great. But like one of my friend had a video go viral, and it was friend was on the phone, in the background, just no amp, no guitar, anything, just playing the SpongeBob little deep thing while he's on the phone. 100,000 views and like 30,000 likes overnight, and I'm like, out of nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can do anything and it just goes viral.
Yeah,
So.
but like that's good though.
I tried it, and all I saw was chicks with their butts sticking out and boobs sticking out, getting like 500,000 views and stuff. And I go, oh, this is beautiful. Right?
Hell yeah.
So maybe stick your boobs out there, buddy.
That was at Ron's house.
Yeah, right.
That was Ron's living room.
It
Yeah,
was,
right.
man.
Oh,
Come on, you guys.
cursed.
That's what it's like every week. I got some. Most of the time, I got to get between these two brothers. By the end of the show, they're picking on each other brutally. So, but this is a good show. You're being very. I'm very proud of you today, Ben.
Hey, Blake and Nick, what do you think of Ron's white shirt for the show?
Oh, come on! I had to do a press conference today. I'm normally in a t-shirt. Why would you do this to me? They already think I'm a
He's
schmuck.
classy,
Why would
man.
you do that to me?
No, he's a professional. He's a professional.
Oh, Nick, that's
Like
why.
a news
That's
guy.
why.
When they
I
play-
know.
When they play at the theater, they'll meet the real Ron.
You'll see what I'm all about. Because
And they'll
I
love
would
the
love
meatballs.
that.
And they'll love
No,
the meatballs.
let's do that. I mean, now, would you say their music somewhat complements each other? We can do a show with both bands.
That would be cool.
together?
I think so.
Let's rip a gig, bro.
We're
Let's
not
do it,
opposed. We'll play any
Yeah.
gig, anytime, any place, anywhere.
Let's do it, man.
But if as long as it's for the right price. I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
That's the right answer.
Free.
What
Usually
are
free.
you guys? Have you guys been through
Carmine
usually negative money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmine
Not
and
me.
I
We
play
try not to
anywhere
go
for $59.99.
Yeah.
But Nick, lots of exposure. Lots of exposure.
Yeah, right,
Lots
that's
of
you get a
promised
lot.
exposure.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm so
bro.
hungry right now. I could eat. So
You would
much
be happy to
exposure.
know that I don't believe in that. I pay everybody properly. I pay them right because this is a job. This is what feeds your
Thank you,
future. No, really big on that. We support that kind of thing. Do you guys come through Chicago at all? Just outside of like what you guys did with Carmine or Nick and Blake? Have you played through Chicago?
Yeah, we've played tons of times.
Yeah, it would be our first time. We played like select shows. We played
Texas.
we played in Texas. We played in California a bunch of times. We played in New York a bunch of times, Connecticut, New Jersey. But we never been in the Midwest yet, so it'd be cool to get out there. And actually do some shows.
Guys and I, we've been pretty much. I think we played in most of the states. I think at this point, like we've been everywhere. You know, we went out with Buck Cherry for a long time. We did Deep Purple. We done Slash and Miles Kennedy, and we just did Dirty Honey, and we just played some festivals in Wisconsin and Michigan. And you know, we're always trying to keep working, get as much in as we can.
That's great.
That's cool. We just I think we just finalized a date with Buck Cherry by us, so I think I'm going to throw you guys on. That'd be amazing. I'll let you know. I mean,
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Why not,
I'm down.
man?
I'm down. I know, Blake, you down? Let's do it, man.
Let's do it, man. We're already
Let's go.
so familiar with it after 6 months of touring with them. Why not one more
Oh my God, that long, huh? I mean, that's a compliment, though. Isn't that a compliment, though?
Well, they actually made a bet because we were only supposed to be on the first leg, and they just kept offering us more legs with them, which was flattering. But at the very last show, the Guitar Players DVD told me it was like we all had bets that you guys were going to dip after the first leg, and like you couldn't hang after that.
How long you guys been together?
6-7 years almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now when you guys do these, you got these opening gigs. I mean, I've noticed in my stages too. Some of the opening bands, some of my co-bills are there. A lot of times they're just separate. They're just in the dressing room, do their thing, and come back down. Do you guys actually stay backstage, watch the headliner? Do you try to take mental notes? Do you try to build on that experience?
Of course.
Always. Like every show, every tour, at least if we don't know the band, we'll absolutely always watch the first show and try and be as personable, but respecting their space at the same time too. But you can always learn something from.
Yeah, we try to stay out of the way.
Yeah,
that too.
I've always done it with the openers. I always watch the openers a lot.
And you know what? I respect that a lot. I mean, I really do. When you see the headliners, our dressing rooms are downstairs, in a basement thing, and you got to walk up the stairs, walk onto the stage, and actually, make an effort to watch the openers. And when there are guys who do that, just nothing but respect for that, because I've even seen some of the legends and icons wait for the guys to come off and say, "Hey, man, great set." That I got to think that's got to mean a lot to you guys.
It means tons. Like,
absolutely.
Otherworldly feelings.
Yeah, the craziest one was we never expected Deep Purple to do anything like that or be personal with us, and they actually turned out to be the most personal and friendly band.
They're good guys. They really are. They opened for us, and we watched them.
Well, there you go. You're talking right then.
One of the nicest things that's ever happened for me was on my 25th birthday. I threw it out there to his assistant. I was like, I'd love to, if you could say something for my birthday, it'd be cool, And he came downstairs and wished me a happy birthday, and we talked for a little bit. And he's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, 25. And he's like, "Do yourself a favor. Remember 25."
Yeah.
Great
advice, man.
I don't remember 25.
You should have followed his advice. That's really good advice.
You're not alone. I don't remember 25 either.
I guess that's if you remember it, you didn't enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
How about the other side, you guys? How about if you want to name names or not, but was there any just real jerk offs? They're like, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing here?"
We've been really lucky
I was going to say, thankfully, we haven't had a bad experience with a band like that. Knock on wood, so far.
Yeah, everybody we've toured with has been nothing but like extremely kind and supportive of what we were doing, and nothing's cooler than having legends like Deep Purple or like Slash and Miles, and the Buck Cherry guys, like just being so cool and welcoming us in, so we don't feel like alienated. It just makes the show better. It makes the night better.
Yeah. Makes the
really
whole show
cool.
better, which is that's important.
The vibe is
totally.
great. People know what's happening with the vibe. Let's talk a little bit about we're starting to come close to the close of the show, and I don't want to leave without talking a little bit more. We touched on a little bit before on your new projects, both the bands. What you guys got working on? Let's tell everybody out there what you guys got coming out.
Can we go? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're just working on music right now. We have a label offer that's going on right now. We're getting it reviewed, and we really want to get out on the road and tour. So we're trying to make that happen right now. Actually, we were gonna go out on that tour with you guys and Dirty Honey, but it just never lined up correctly. They were
bummer.
Yeah. So maybe like in the future we'll do shows together or something. But we're trying to
possible, man.
Yeah. We're just trying to get stuff lined up, ready to go for the future, and
Beautiful.
We're always happy to work with other up and coming guys playing rock music, man. That's what we're all about. About supporting that, about that sound, that feeling.
That'd be a good idea, Ron, for you, a couple of your theaters to do.
Absolutely, I would love
to
do
three
that.
bands like this,
Yeah.
Well, you know what hasn't happened, and I would love to, but I'm not a musician per se, like you guys are professionals, so I don't know the answer to this question truly, because I know, right? But like when you go to, for example, you go to Nashville and the Bluebird Cafe on Monday nights, and all the session guys kind of sit around and just do stuff. Is it ever a possibility when, let's say, you guys, both bands, would go sit on a stage, just do stuff like back and forth, to chime in on each, that kind of a jam session that some like pure stuff comes out of, I found.
You mean with their band or with other?
Yeah, with the bands, and with two bands. With you guys, is that a musically possible thing? Yeah.
You got to plug a lot of shit in, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring two drums.
But it'll be great.
I mean, one of the drummers has to just kind of play tambourine or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It's happened a couple times, and I really enjoy watching. A creative process that you guys have, that you can see things just happen. You build off of this guy. You've obviously never played with that guy, that's across it, but something happens.
Ron, usually when you do those jams, usually base off a song that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And, like me and Vinny are going to Nashville in a couple of weeks, and on the Friday night we're supposed to play at this club, which is like it's a convention for funny enough, it's called Rock and Pod for the podcast. And the company that our podcast are on for this show is putting it on. So Vinny and myself are going to play the Friday night. Saturday we have an autograph thing. Sunday we're doing a master class and a rock history talk. But
wow.
So I got an email today from a guy saying, "Hey, you want to play Do You Think I'm Sexy and Valley of the Kings?" Man, you couldn't get anything further away from each other. I said, yeah, maybe do You Think I'm Sexy the way I did it with Pat Travers, which was a heavier version. And then my friend Sandy Gennaro, I'm playing with his band. I'm doing Hot Legs and Stay With Me from the rock days, And I know Vinny's playing, but what are you playing? You playing Black Sabbath?
No, they gave me some Cyndi Lauper songs.
No, seriously, you're doing.
And he's doing the vocals. That's the thing. Vinny's doing the vocals on those.
Dio and Sabbath.
I want to see that.
So it's like, so we're going to be doing songs. We're going to be jamming, but we're going to be doing songs off of what we know the song is. And that's what these guys would probably do if they, you don't just say, "Here's a riff" and start playing, and then
sure,
and then Nick starts singing. It just doesn't work like that.
Are you guys doing any of the drum war stuff on that thing?
Probably at the master class. We'll probably do something.
You guys, I don't know if you ever got a chance. Well, you guys, TJ and Pete, you may have had to, but if you guys ever get a chance to see these guys in their drum wars when they're on stage together with two kits, it's incredible. It's an incredible show.
That was our
Thunderous.
first show.
That was our first show. We did a test show, like a practice show in Texas, and then Carmine was like, "Here, play in front of 1,000 famous people out in LA for your first show."
Right.
Like, shit.
So we fucking went out, and then like, dude, Rudy Sarzo's on the side of the stage watching us.
Like,
who else? Dude, it was wild, and we were just sitting there. David Ellison was there, but we won't talk about that one. Yeah, John Sykes was there. John Sykes was there. Lita Ford was there. Who else was there? Yeah, but then they played after us, which was cool. I played Carmine's kid.
Yeah.
So we've got two legends on this show in Carmine and Vinny. Now you've got young bands that are working hard. They're busting their ass. They're trying to make some music, make a career happen here. I mean, you got to give them the advice that you would normally give to up and comers. What would be the advice to these guys? That
Give them your home address, and that's where the royalty checks come.
That's right.
Not your manager's address, not somebody else's address.
That's actually really good, man. Really good tip.
Here's my quarter.
Would we
send it to
Sure.
I get all the royalties from 1983 direct to me.
I do it also, but I get it to my accountant. I've had the same account since 1978 because I don't like people knowing where I live.
No, I P.O. box. I send it to P.O. box.
Yeah, but anyway, just do what you guys do. Do what you feel. Do what feels good to you. And always keep creative. Just keep it going. Just keep moving on. I've done it my whole career. Something ended, bam, get into something new. Just keep the creativity going.
When I first started, I had a manager. We were on RCA Records, and I go, "Hey Al, how you doing? What's happening?" He goes, "You're happening." If anybody says that to you, you gotta watch this guy. What's happening? You're happening.
I remember.
I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip. If anybody ever uses the term "business is business," you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah.
You're gonna get anybody who says who uses that regular is gonna use it against you. Trust me on this one. All right. So watch that term. Business is business. That will resonate in the back of your head. I'm thinking at some point.
Yeah, but I think both of the bands have a obviously Joyous Wolf has been doing really well, and Kodiak's just coming up, and they got their dad who's watching over them. He's an ex-cop. So look out.
They'll arrest you. You mess around with them.
Yeah. We travel with a 23-year hockey referee veteran. So yeah.
Let's body some dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
You guys being Orange County, did you play the LA circuit a little bit? Did you play the whiskey? Did you go down
just
that
a little,
whole thing?
Just a tiny
Oh,
bit.
dude, that's all we played, man. Because all of our biggest feat as a band starting out in the Southern California area was like all the places in Orange County wanted you to do like the ticket pre-sale stuff and pay to play. So it's like, how are you supposed to sell tickets to people who you haven't won over as fans yet? Like it was a catch-22 that didn't make sense for our situation, and so we were like looking. Yeah, the chicken or the egg.
Exactly.
We felt like an egg that had no chicken. It didn't make any sense.
Before I
so
started,
like we saw the places up in LA and we started asking around, and they were like, "Yeah, just come play." And we were like, "All right, so what's the deal?" And they were like, "Oh, just come play for free." And we were like, "So we don't have to like pay or like sell tickets? Like we'll do this multiple times a week, whatever it takes." And it just started from that,
And that's where everything for us started, was on the Sunset Strip, just slaving away until eventually, we got the ticket out. We got an agent. We actually got to go and start playing outside of the state, which is, where we've built everything that we have.
Yeah, cool. That's cool, man.
Well, that's great, guys. You guys, I tell you what, this has been a great hour. It's been great to meet you guys. We wish you nothing but the best. We're going to be following you, just like everybody out there. Make sure that you slam this likes, follow us on Spotify, our podcast, And see us each week on Artists on Lockdown, Hanging and Banging. Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We want to congratulate and wish the best to Kodiak and Joyous Wolf. Two amazing bands. Look them up. Take our word for it, please. Trust us. They're two great bands. We wish you guys the best. And we will see you guys each week on Thursday nights, Hanging and Banging, right here with my brothers Carmine and Vinny. Until next week, stay rocking hard. Is that what you said, Vinny? I don't know. Yeah. We'll see you next week on Artists on Lockdown.
I didn't say that.
I think you did.
Take out.
All right.
Thanks.